risotto, you need some onions, garlic, butter, risotto rice, a touch of thyme and bay leaf, white wine, and some beautiful seafood. Take a pan just nice for the portion you need to cook. If you are cooking a portion for 2, a portion for 4, portion for 6, you will need to change the size of your pot. We do it all in one pot, in one go, so basically from start to finish, it will take 20 minutes. Medium to high heat to start. And here we're gonna add some chopped onions. I'm cooking a recipe good enough for 2 risotto, 2 portions. So the risotto rice I have here for the recipe, it's 160 grams. You usually count 80 grams per portion. Bit of garlic. While they cook slowly, they will get sweet, and that's the sweetness we want to extract from them. I'm gonna have a little bit of salt to start, just a little bit. But be careful with your salt level, because later at the end we're gonna use Parmesan cheese, which is already salty. Here it's a very important part of the process, is to get these onions to basically confit, soften in the butter. You can put a little bit of thyme leaves, or even just the stick of thyme, a piece of bay leaf, but for such a small portion of risotto, a whole leaf of bay leaf will be too much, so just a half will do, because this can be very strong. Alternatively, if you do not have any thyme or bay leaf, you could use rosemary, you could use sage, which also will flavor the risotto nicely. And I'm gonna add a little bit more butter here, because it's a bit too dry. As I was saying in the introduction, many people don't want to make a risotto at home. They find it very troublesome, very complicated, very long. Most of the recipe you see in books, chef's recipe, make you doing a stock. So maybe a chicken stock, a vegetable stock, and so on. My recipe do not require to make a stock prior to the cooking of the risotto. My take on that is the onions, garlic, thyme, and bay leaf here. It's my stock. It's my flavor. It's going to flavor my risotto. And I don't want to over flavor the risotto in any case, because I want to taste the flavor of the rice. Okay? At this stage, your onions are cooked. We add the rice. Voila. Just sweat off the rice a little bit with the onions. We do not need to wash the rice, as is the case for maybe Asian cooking. Here we use the rice directly. The rice is the Vialone. This one is Vialone. No, it's Carnaroli. You have different types of rice for risotto. You have Vialone, you have Carnaroli, you have Arborio, different types, which they are all good. They're all just slightly different in flavor and in cooking time. Even between two brands, the cooking time is always slightly different. So there is no rules exactly. You've got to try it out. Okay, now we're gonna put white wine. a little touch of white wine, which is gonna flavor your risotto as well. So imagine how many flavor you have here already. You have onions, garlic, thyme, bay leaf, and white wine. There's a lot of flavors already. So you don't need a stock to make a risotto. Okay? So we just want to make sure the wine evaporates. At least the alcohol of the wine evaporates. We just keep the flavor of the wine, but not the alcohol. So yeah, the commitment to make a risotto is you need to stay around. You cannot go for a cup of coffee. You got to stay here and do your risotto from the minute you start until you finish it. So yes, you have to commit for 15 minutes, 20 minutes on the stove doing your risotto. So the alcohol have evaporated. I'm gonna add the water. Just plain water. At room temperature basically. Okay. And I don't have an exact recipe for you, unfortunately, because like I say, each risotto rice will have a certain difference in how much they absorb, how much moisture they absorb. So I cannot give you an exact. If I tell you 400 ml of water, maybe the rice you're gonna use maybe need only 350 or need 450. Okay, so it's a little bit on the first time you do it, you got to gauge it here. To give you an idea, I had 160 grams of rice and I'm gonna have 400 grams of water. So a bit more than double. So let's bring this to boil. Just add a touch more salt here. I will rectify the seasoning at the end. The butter itself that is inside already will already make this creamy texture. At the end we may add a little bit touch of butter as well, which will help do this creamy texture. So is where you not really necessarily need to add the cream, but for beginners, for home, it's quite useful, honestly. You will have a much better result with a touch of cream. Let it start, simmer. As soon as it simmer, we're on a little bit high heat. As soon as you see it simmer, then you keep it slow simmer all the time. And every few minutes, you give a little stir. Here we are. We are in 15 minutes already. We are 3/4 done. So another quarter left to finish this rice. Your water has been absorbed by the rice. It's getting on the drier side. Lower your heat to the minimum, and we're gonna finish all this on a minimum now. How do you gauge if your rice is cooked? Just take a spoon, taste it. It should be just al dente. It's not fully cooked yet, it still needs 2 minutes, but that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do the finishing. Wow, look at that, beautiful. Finish it. Touch of butter to get this really nice, smooth, creamy, rich texture. Let's add the seafood. If you were doing a vegetarian risotto like a mushroom or an asparagus, then exactly same concept. Just add on your veggies in. Maybe for asparagus or for mushroom, you will need to saute or you will need to blanch your asparagus before you add them into the rice. Here, for the seafood, I just want to cook the seafood into the rice to give the flavor. I add a little bit of warm water, just a touch. Voilà. The seafood are cooking. Prawns, squid, scallops, lobster, anything you fancy, just throw in. Clams, any ideas, anything you find fresh at the market. Voila, look at that, it's almost cooked. We're gonna add, the seafood are basically cooked now. Add your cream. Still on low fire. You don't want to overboil your seafood. So this cream gives you a bit more smoother texture, beautiful white color. And then at the end, Parmesan cheese. I just want to make sure that you guys use fresh Parmesan cheese. So what I just add in it's a block of Parmesan cheese. This is Parmigiano Reggiano, a very high quality Parmesan cheese to go into the risotto. Don't buy the powder Parmesan from the dry section area of the supermarket. It's terrible cheese. It's not even cheese. So use good quality cheese to finish this risotto. It will give you a very nice flavor. You need more. You can add as many cheese as you like, really. There's no maximum, depending on how you like it, cheesy or less cheesy. Okay, now after you add the cheese, do not boil your rice. Don't let it finish like that. Look at the texture, it's nice and creamy. Do not boil. If you boil it here, you will find a lot of string. Taste the seasoning and the texture. It should be just a little crunchy. And you are done. Last ingredients, if you want to make it a little colorful, few leaves of spinach inside, or some herbs like parsley, basil, something that go well with seafood. Just fall in. And you are ready to serve. Just nice for 2 portions. Like I say, 160 grams of rice. Just good for 2. It is not complicated to do this at all. It's super fresh, super tasty, super filling, and relatively inexpensive as well, depending on the seafood that you will choose. Just nice 2 portions of risotto rice, ready to eat, made in less than 20 minutes. The rice, you can choose Canaroli, Vialone, Arborio, all are beautiful risotto rice. This one is available in A2. We sell it for $13 a packet. Beautiful French cream, $10 a packet, available in A2 all the time. You can also place your order online, shop.atu.sg. The risotto rice is on the menu, ready to be served. Thank you.